All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this out of CNN. This is a kind of headline that you can only believe it because we told you it was coming. From Ali Rosenblum, Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance redefined what it means to be an American patriot. We'll read this in a minute. I need you to know just how desperate they are. The Hollywood Reporter, Ethan Millman. I watched Turning Point USA's Kid Rock halftime show, so you don't have to. You seeing the desperation yet, folks? You see the desperation? Let me show you how desperate they are. Jack Unheard says someone captured the exact moment NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell realized picking Bad Bunny was a huge mistake. We can't play the audio, of course, because Bad Bunny's music is copyrighted, but here you go. There's Roger Goodell looking on the Jumbotron as the halftime show is underway. We're going to watch this multiple times. It's just too good. That's what he's seen on the Jumbotron, is the writhing in front of a pickup truck in the middle of sugar cane fields that they've placed.
The woman in front of him chewing gum is sure interested, isn't she? Not.
It's too beautiful to look at his face. Just look at the man's face.
Look at her. Oh, yeah. A bunch of those people doing what they do. Never mind.
Oh, I love it. All right, here we go. Back to the article. It says, in just over 13 minutes worth of music, stars, and symbolism, Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny rewrote what it means to be American in a time of strife. May I remind everybody that if you translate the lyrics, one of the songs that he sings and sang on this, that's now perhaps going to the FCC, describes giving a lady's bohunkus what it, quote unquote, deserves. I don't know what that means, but maybe those of you out there who have lived more scandalous lives can explain it to me. For months, conservatives from the president on down have painted him as anti-American. Last night, Bad Bunny asked, what if I'm the real American? Real American, we can't sing that, it's copyrighted. Bad Bunny, who introduced himself with his real full name, Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, brought the iconography of Puerto Rican culture to his Super Bowl halftime show performance, a joyous and high-energy affair that celebrated the island where he was born and its place in the American story. Desperation.
That teeny-weeny little place it has in the American story? Okay.
Full-blown desperation, folks. Let me show you some more desperation. Danielle Jurinsky out of X says this. I run a business, a sports bar, JJ's Place. Yesterday, the Super Bowl, 80% of the bar wanted the Turning Point halftime show. The rest wanted Bad Bunny. To accommodate, I put the TVs on half and half. The 20% started canceling the orders, taking to social media, calling me a racist, being disrespectful to my staff, and leaving 1-star reviews on Google and Yelp. Mind you, the 80% who wanted the Turning Point halftime show weren't happy that Bad Bunny stayed on, but they didn't leave me a bad review. You get the idea, right? TMZ put this out there. They thought they had a win here. They said, well, Bad Bunny took one of the world's biggest stages Sunday, rocking the Super Bowl halftime show from Levi's Stadium. Kid Rock tried to outshine BB with his own concert for Turning Point USA. Oh. And they got so cocky, they thought they'd run a poll. Who had the better halftime show, Bad Bunny or Kid Rock? 3.2 million views on this. Almost 400,000 votes on this. Kid Rock winning basically 2-1. TPUSA winning. Folks, here's the deal. Here's what they're frustrated about. They're going to tell you that Bad Bunny has record viewership. They're going to tell you all this kind of stuff. Don't listen to their fuzzy math. We know that TPUSA, because we saw it with our own eyes, because the concurrent viewership is on YouTube. We watched in real time as just TPUSA topped the 5 million mark, the Charlie Kirk account having it topped 1 million. On X, it was the same kind of numbers. We know that Roger Goodell's face right here is not the face of a man who's having a good time. When you lose 5 to 10 to 15 to 20, whatever the number is, it doesn't matter. When you lose in the millions and millions of viewers to something else, the advertisers are going to be unhappy. And that's what's going on here. And Hollywood was unprepared for it. Like the Melania documentary, they don't know what to do with the fact that TPUSA won. Lauren, I go to you first on this. Your thoughts on what we saw happen. And now, Lauren, the sky's the limit for TPUSA. They want to do this again next year. They can get sponsorships, bigger celebrities. Come on down, Carrie Underwood. Lauren, where does this go now?
Well, I think that's definitely going to happen because, as LW Ghost has said many times, what the entertainers are trying to do is not actually per se entertain you. It's to capture your eyeballs. And that's what happened here on the TPUP USA stream. They showed that they are a force here that advertisers are going to want to cater to. And I think that the advertisers also during the Super Bowl kind of fell down on the job. The ads this year were not good. And so I think both of them need to look at what do we need to do to up our game, because people aren't going to keep watching this kind of crap if they're not producing something that actually entertains.
Let me go to the quartering right now. Jeremy Hambley has this, says, everyone is missing why this is such a huge win. It's not because they defeated the Super Bowl. That will never happen. The real win is they proved the concept. And now next year we'll be able to bring in massive advertisers when they can show 30 to 40 million viewers and go bigger. And that means that the Super Bowl, this decision they had to put on Bad Bunny, it's irredeemable. They can never go back to what they had before, which was total control. The Puppy Bowl, I love those little puppies, but they're not going to mess with the Super Bowl. But this did for the first time ever. Andy, what say you?
Well, they're going to appeal to the people that actually have money and buy things with those ads. You know, the people that were watching Bad Bunny, I don't know that they're in the demographic that has any income that they can go out and purchase the things that are on sale. So they better wise up. It's funny because you see the only people that are happy with this are the TMZs and the mainstream media things that they keep telling you what a win it was, and if you didn't like it and you liked the other show, you were wrong. But here we are. The numbers don't lie. It's like that equates to money. That equates to cash. And these people that were watching the Turning Point USA show, they spend money. They actually go out there and buy things and support products they want. The other one, all they do is like leave the bad reviews and make a lot of fuss about something. And then they probably didn't watch it anyway. So, yeah.
Well, it's got to be some hot water. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I want everybody to understand this. I don't think this is going to produce anything. But you do have Congress people now saying that they would like the FCC to look into this based on the lyrics. And also, I don't know if you guys watched it. I watched both of the halftime shows. But they had women dressed in beige short shorts gyrating and twerking with little to the imagination for kids to see. It made Janet Jackson's pasty look like just nothing. I mean, a total nothing burger.
It
Tom,
was.
Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead.
Well, look, there's two things. First, well, maybe three. A lot of people didn't get the message that if you're going to watch the TPUSA thing, you actually should turn off or change channels on your watching of the Super Bowl, because you're going to get counted on that side too. So the numbers are actually much bigger than anybody can predict. Secondly, if next time they got religion and they were able to pull magic and they were able to basically bring George and John back from the dead and present the Beatles, the advertisers are still going to want a discount from what they would have paid because of the bad blood about this thing.
Exactly.
So they have not just screwed the pooch once, but for at least 2 or 3 generations to come of the Super Bowl. So this is the definition. And by the way, what you said, Lauren, I haven't had a chance. I've been meaning to watch one of these videos that has all the ads, that compiled. But if what you say is true, and I have no reason to doubt you that they weren't very good, it's because they were being created by people who are dyed-in-the-wool DEI woke people saying, well, how can we do a simulation of what those damn yokels want? In other words, they don't have sincere belief in the ones that tried to be on the correct side, or what I would call the correct side.
I don't think it was even that. A lot of the advertisements, as we were watching them, were going, what are you advertising? And that'll come up when we get to the Mandalorian and Grogu thing. It's like some of these feel like somebody in a marketing office thought they had a clever idea. And while it may be clever as a kind of kind of joke, it's not going to help you sell anything, and it's mostly going to put question marks over your audience's head. That's a terrible thing to do as an advertiser.
And that's because the advertising offices and the PR people are the people who have been consumed by this disease called get woke, get broke. And they don't know any better. They literally don't know how to sell anymore because they're not the people who ever did know how to sell.
Tom, I'm going to tee you up for a home run. Are you ready for the home run? By the way, you look good, Tom. I'm going to tell you, with the cam on, you look good. Tom, this is how desperate they are. This is the Hollywood Reporter. This is a Hollywood trade. Here's what they say about Bad Bunny post Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny, himself an American citizen as a native of Puerto Rico, is arguably, listen to this, Tom, he is arguably the biggest artist on the planet.
That can't be true, can it?
It can't.
Since Lizzo took Ozempic.
And his selection reflects the NFL's desire to reach audiences around the globe. Along with many other pop stars, he's been a vocal critic of the Trump administration's immigration policies, calling for the ICE out. During a Grammy acceptance speech last week, he's also said in an interview that he avoided touring in the States, citing fears of the raids. Tom, they are so desperate now. THR and the rest of these crews, Variety's got the same stuff. It's everywhere. They are so desperate. They are calling this man the biggest artist in the world. 90% of Americans had no idea who he was and still don't know who he is and what he says after watching the halftime show. Why are they this desperate to save him, Tom?
I mean, honestly, my biggest question is, was Dolly Parton too busy?
She works 9 to 5, Tom.
Yeah, I know she does. But what about Good Bunny? They went after Bad Bunny, like Good Bunny, they couldn't get him?
Well, Elmo says that Bad Bunny should be renamed Good Bunny. Because after a show of twerking and incredibly profane lyrics, the best thing you need to do, the thing that needs to happen is to get Elmo involved.
Honestly, I have less issue with the lyrics than I do with the fact that the last few years, the Super Bowl acts have been piss poor. Like, it used to be a big deal. You used to get Michael Jackson. You used to get Prince. You used to get even the Blues Brothers, right? At least people knew who the Blues Brothers were.
I'm a soul man, Tom.
Last year, Kendrick Lamar, is that his name? No fucking clue who he is. Pardon my French, but like I had no idea. None. I had a lot of people telling me, oh, he's great, he's great, he's great. And I'm like, name one of his hits. I couldn't because I've never heard of him. That's part of the problem with having the type of world we have now. We don't have a collective culture. See, a lot of the bands that everybody knows are bands that are 20, 30, 40 years old. That's why Taylor Swift is probably the biggest star on the planet right now. Not Bad Bunny, mind you. Because, I mean, you ask 10 people in a room, no matter what country you're in, who is Bad Bunny? Maybe 5, 6, 7 of them will know. But you ask who Taylor Swift is, all of them are going to know, right? And I'm even being generous on the 5, 6, 7 people, baby part.
TPUSA can't do what they did if T Swift is the singer.
Now, I have actually heard of Bad Bunny in comparison to Kendrick Lamar, but at the same time, like, the Kendrick Lamar show was better than this. I mean, it was a little bit more racy. I honestly, at this point...
One step further than that, who watches football? What do they buy? Tires and beer and TVs, and any of those people big Bunny fans? I just don't think so.
They identified easily with all the sugarcane plantations of the Caribbean. I want to bring in somebody who was watching this live with us as TPUSA was topping 5K, or 5 million, sorry, not 5K, 5 million concurrent viewers. Folks, let's bring him in right now for his opinion on all this and the freak out that we predicted so easily.
Come on, get the bear. Come on, get the bear. Come on, get the bear. Have a buzz and beats about care. Oh, culture.
6.15 million. 6.15 million. Get their numbers right.
Concurrent 20 million in the total tally.
It was insane. And look, and we were watching together. A lot of us talked about it, you and I, immediately after the show ended. And this is a moment that I think Tom would have predicted rather easily. It's good to see you, Tom. And look, you don't have money in the demographic that the NFL is appealing to. They're appealing to the anti-capitalists. That's not where you want to live, because that's where Bad Bunny lives.
I've heard anti-capitalists don't have a lot of money, culture. It's just something about them.
Well, it's not just that. It's just that they don't spend money. You need the 18 to 54 group of humans that actually have money because they have jobs. They do things. They're productive in society. You want to promote things to them.
JOBs, they call them. JOBs.
Hey, sure. But they are the people who buy things. They move things forward. They are the kinetic energy of any economy or country or anything else. They are the people who make things happen. Bad Bunny makes nothing happen. It's so much so that he was either embarrassed because of the what do you call it? What's the embarrassment ritual you get put through if you're a neo-Marxist? What's that called?
Oh, those
Struggle session.
struggle sessions.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
yes,
did it
yes.
publicly. That's what that whole show was. It was a struggle session in real time in a way that, well, was obvious to anybody who was watching. And yet, for those of us who got to enjoy probably the best halftime show we've had in a long time, and I think Tom would agree, we got to see a lot of high quality performers, very talented individuals that were highly marketable, non-controversial, and you're going to see in commercials and in promotions going forward. This is the first step in what goes into 2027, 2028, 2029. And guess what? We're leading into a presidential election that's going to give you two obvious choices. And
Let's do a midterm first, Culture. My gosh, let's get the midterms out of the way.
But we have to speak plainly. That's all these people think about is who's leading the country and who's going to allow what narrative. And in the next year and a half.
Culture's the kind of guy who gets Christmas decor up in February just to be prepared.
The calculation is simple.
Yeah.
Can the people who sell septum rings and blue hair dye afford a commercial on the Super Bowl?
The Splats crowd.
No.
I don't know, but this video that you've been showing, Pro,
I love it.
Is hysterical.
It's wonderful.
Look, Tom's an expert in reading people. Tom, does this look like a happy dude?
Why do you keep trying to drag me into this?
He's trying to start a ruckus. He sees you switch to the
I
rabbit.
did not watch any of the halftime shows at all. But no, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to imply that he's feeling that way, but he doesn't look happy.
He doesn't look happy. He looks like a man who just got informed he's due a colonoscopy the next day.
That's all I needed. I just needed Tom to say he doesn't look happy.
All right.
That made my day.
Lauren has been working now for the last 5 minutes to get the word in. Lauren, you've got something important to say, please.
Yeah, I want to push back on the idea that anti-capitalists don't have money, because a lot of these people are very rich people.
They
who
own
don't-
daycares.
Let me finish for once,
okay.
please.
Trust fund babies, Lauren. Take it away.
A lot of these people don't know the value of a dollar because they've never had to worry about one. It's why they're chewing at the foundations of the society, because they have the luxury of being able to do what they think is nice without having to worry about how it impacts them. So it is both the ultra rich and the ultra poor who are involved in this. It's the middle that gets screwed.
This is what Roger Goodell's looking at.
I'm going to tell you something. Your friends that are the anti-capitalists, Lauren.
I don't have any friends who are anti-capitalist culture.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying look, that's a great analysis. And while they may not have to worry about money, the people who are supporting this kind of garbage have no money. They don't. They can't afford to support the things that they're for. There's no money in what just happened. And it was proved by the fact that this had no cultural relevance. Nobody was paying attention to it. If a 6.1 million audience on one channel alone on YouTube is a threat, you got bigger problems if you're the NFL. And look, they were trying to make a big notion of this. 127 million watching the Super Bowl halftime. Is that confirmed? Is that real? When did they measure that? And as Lou pointed out just a few moments ago, did those people not turn off their TVs? I know I did, because I didn't watch any Super Bowl.
You'll notice the numbers have not come from Nielsen.
No.
What do we know, folks? What do we know? As quickly as possible after a Super Bowl, typically Nielsen will get out there because it's so much fun. It's all the headlines. Crickets this time. I'll let you decide why. Nielsen, not the other sources, but Nielsen, suddenly not so keen to get the numbers out the next day.
Hey there, I'm Wilton. I've taken on a new role at the sunny Florida travel agency. If you use my travel agency, I promise with my little troll heart that you and me can hang out at the Fountain of Nations at Epcot at Walt Disney World. I can also hook you up on a good deal for water at the parks too. Send me your Walmart gift card codes now. Hey, Floral. What are you doing here? I'm trying to do an advert.
Couple things. This is quite literally a scam that you're trying to run on WDW Pro's channel.
What?
Folks, look. This is a green screen, and Wilton stole a B-roll from Pro.
Wait, are
Wilton
you
lives
for
in
real
Canada
right now?
and doesn't even have a
If
passport.
I ever scammed anyone that you know of before,
Yep.
there's not a fountain of nations anymore. Details are for the weak, Jose. Besides, I've got a bunch of pros audience that still think that Lauren has hair. Oh, we got this.